Tonight, rescue efforts have now officially switched to a recovery effort after yesterday's catastrophic blast at a Longview paper mill. Crews spent the day searching through twisted steel, toxic water, and unstable debris. Good evening, I'm Molly Shen.
And I'm Preston Phillips. Tonight, investigators warn the recovery effort could take days. The explosion rocked the Nippon Dynawave paper mill in Longview yesterday morning. One of the 9 people taken to hospitals has now died, bringing the confirmed death toll to 2. 9 people remain missing and are presumed dead this evening. Workers were changing shifts around 7:15 yesterday morning when the blast tore through break rooms and administrative areas near that tank. Crews say conditions inside remain extremely dangerous, with chest-deep contaminated water, unstable structures, and leaking chemicals that are complicating every step of the recovery.
There are members working the site tirelessly that have lost coworkers, lost friends, and they remain dedicated to focusing on our recovery efforts.
State and federal investigators, including Labor and Industries and the Chemical Safety Board, are now preparing what officials promise will be a full investigation. Governor Bob Ferguson says dozens of National Guard members, hazmat teams, and fatality recovery crews remain on scene tonight. Officials have not said when the recovery efforts may be completed. Officials say preliminary numbers show the 900,000-gallon tank had nearly 600,000 gallons of white liquor when the tank ruptured. They believe between 550 and 570,000 of those gallons leaked from the tank. Just about 25,000 remain. Officials say that solution has now contaminated the nearby Columbia River, killing fish in nearby ditches and triggering a massive environmental response from the EPA and Department of Ecology. They say Longview's drinking water supply, though, is not affected. New tonight, we're learning the Longview paper mill had a history of workplace violations.
Those include safety complaints and environmental-related issues. Right now, investigators are on scene awaiting completion of the recovery operation before they can determine what triggered that deadly chemical implosion. KOMO's Michelle Esteban is tracking that and what we're learning about the first victim identified. Michelle?
Well, Preston and Molly, right now the Department of Labor and Industry has 2 open cases, and one of them is linked to a complaint about a tank, not the one involving the implosion, but a different tank. Also new tonight, we're learning more about the first victim identified.
Gilbert was probably the most God-fearing, genuinely good person I have ever met.
Gilbert Bernal. He is the first victim to be identified by family in what the governor acknowledges will likely be the deadliest industrial tragedy in modern Washington state history. 2 confirmed dead, 9 presumed dead, and one of them, Todd Cornwell's best friend, Gilbert.
He was always smiling. He was always a joy to be around, and, you know, his new grandson, grandkids, that was his joy. Spending time with them.
He's heard all the reports of multiple violations at Nippon Dynawave Packaging. Officials say a 900,000-gallon tank ruptured, spilling up to 570,000 gallons of corrosive white liquor used to dissolve wood into pulp.
It doesn't really bother me per se, because I do understand those things as I've owned a business.
Officials just confirmed contamination entered the Columbia River. Monitoring and evaluations now underway. The Department of Labor and Industry told me it's investigated 3 complaints and cited the company once between 2018 and 2021 and issued a citation for failure to deactivate or lock out equipment before cleaning it. The fine, $700. And it's tracking 2 open complaints right now, one about a valve on a different tank, the other about a sinkhole. Plus, there are reports of environmental violations handed down by the Department of Ecology.
We will cooperate to the maximum extent that we can with the investigation. It is our duty and our obligation.
The mill workers I've talked to want full accountability. They want a comprehensive, unbiased investigation into how this could have happened so the failures can be addressed.
Labor and industry personnel were back on site, but they can't do anything until that recovery operation is done, and that is a delicate operation, one that the Longview fire chief said is, quote, extremely dangerous and will take time. I'm Michelle Esteban reporting in the studio. Back to you.
Michelle, thank you. You can scan the QR code here on your screen to watch this afternoon's press conference and stay on top of the latest details in this developing story. We'll also have a live report from the scene coming up later in this half hour.